So, you know how they say you should never meet your idols? I kind of feel a similar way now that I've seen in the flesh what I thought was my dream bag. Hello, and the warmest of welcomes to today's video. For those of you who haven't seen my face before, hi, I'm Nick, fab to have you here. Those who have seen my face before, thank you so much for joining me again. Hope you enjoy my videos. I put out videos roughly 3 times a week on a range of different topics, anywhere from fashion, slightly more personal topics. So if that sounds like something you'd be interested in, then please do head down, hit subscribe, and turn on the notification bell. I love chatting with you all. I'm all about living life loud, and what that means to me is being your authentic self, being proud to be you, and just celebrating who you are. Celebrating yourself, and of course, celebrating others. So, first things first, if I sound a tad on the croaky side, or you're noticing some breakouts, I'm feeling a little under the weather. I'm feeling a little run down, okay? Things have been going around for months and months. I've been dodging, I've been like this. I think it might have caught up to me, but anyhow, it is what it is, and the content must go on. My heart will go on and on. Anyway, moving on. So, today we are talking about dream bags, okay? Because on Monday, I had the opportunity to see my dream bag, what I thought was my dream bag. Okay, as you know, I've been on a little bit of a spend recently. I've picked up a few new items. I picked up my fabulous MCM Aran shopper in the cubic camouflage print. This is incredible, amazing. I've already shown it a couple of times. Love and adore, and I've used it twice already, okay? I used it as my work bag twice. At that same point in time, I also picked up this Longchamp Rousseau tote. And yes, I know, someone very kindly told me about how the poppers work so that you can cinch in the sides, opposed to what I did in one of my last videos where I folded it. That still worked, but this is the actual intention. And how gorge is that bag? Is it not just fabulous and beautiful and amazing? I love it. I've also used this twice. I actually used this as my work bag yesterday. So it kind of goes with what I'm wearing today as well, doesn't it? Little kind of blue and green moment. A Alexander Clark t-shirt. Love Alexander Clark stuff. It's a small boutique in Tampa, online, fabulous, not sponsored, just giving you a tip, okay? Fabulous quality. Anyhow, so I bought those two recently, but then of course I also had in the back of my mind that I was going to London because I had been on the web, the World Wide Web, having a little search for what my dream bag is, which is a Celine Phantom in a bright colour, and 2 appeared on Luxury Promise, okay? Luxury Promise is a consignment store that we have here in the UK. There's also a location in Dubai, and I have a feeling there's a location in Ireland as well, and there might be another one somewhere else. New York, potentially. Potentially that might have been a pop-up, but I have a feeling there was something in New York. Anyhow, I bought items from them before. My Trippy Tiger Bayswater came from them. Great store. And we had the opportunity to go to their physical location, which was great. Booked an appointment, went to have a look in their physical location because they had 2 Celine Phantoms. There was one in pink leather and there was another in a yellow canvas material which had black leather. And on the surface, I was leaning much more towards the yellow with the black leather because I thought the black leather would make it a bit more usable, versatile. You wouldn't have to worry quite so much about putting it down, about having to keep the leather quite so clean. That's always something really practical. That will be the difference with these 2 bags. I know they're incredibly different. This will be higher maintenance than this. It's just the way it is, but that's fine. They're both beautiful, and plus this contrast. Incredible. Incredible. But also this contrast. Incredible. Beautiful. Love. Anyhow, so I wanted to go and have a look. And you'll see that footage, you'll see some of the other pieces there because I took you with me, and we have a very special guest in that vlog as well, if you haven't already seen it. If you have seen it, then you will know who the special guest is. Anyhow, I'm going off topic, but I had the opportunity to go and see these items. So we arrived, very helpful start, incredibly friendly, great place, lots of Birkins and lots of beautiful things. And I asked to see the Celine pieces. I'd already told them I was looking for Celine and Mulberry. Knew they didn't really have any Mulberry, but thought maybe between me booking the appointment and arriving, they might have some. They didn't really have any, so that was fine. And if they did, I think it was in a location different to London, so they weren't able to show me. So the individual that was helping us brought out 2 dust bags, 2 Celine pieces. One was the yellow, and they also brought out a navy blue Celine luggage. The pink was not available. The pink wasn't there, whether it was sold, again at a different location, I'm not 100%, but it wasn't there. So that was fine. I had a little mooch. I didn't pick them up instantly. I was still looking, I was still taking everything in. I was enjoying kind of seeing their setup because you could see some of them recording some of the lives, I think, or they were having conference calls. It was an interesting setup, and I just, when you've been kind of following a brand for a couple of years, and it's great to see what they do in the flesh, as well as then how it presents itself online. So I enjoyed seeing all of that. But I then decided to pick up the yellow. Now, I have wanted a Celine Phantom for years, like 10 years I have thought about this bag. And I first saw this bag on Cassie Thorpe, and I'm pretty sure everyone who watches this channel will know Cassie Thorpe. Fabulous individual. And I remember seeing this bag in the flesh on Cassie because she'd taken it to a party that we were both in attendance at. And I just fell in love with it. It's that taupe grey, it was beautiful. Would that be the version I would have necessarily gone for? No, but I loved the drama of it. That's what I love about the Phoebe Philo era pieces. They were dramatic. I loved that winged aesthetic. I just loved how oversized it was. It was impactful. It's a beautiful, beautiful bag. It's subtle in terms of the logos. It's a if you know kind of bag, but it is so dramatic. And that's what I thought with this one. I thought this would be bright yellow, the beautiful black leather, dramatic winged aesthetic, stunning. So that's where I got to with it, thinking, really building this up in my head, really thinking, I want this piece, I want this piece, I want this piece. If I feel that connection to it, I'm buying it. And it was £895. So not an insignificant sum by any stretch. But I really built it up in my head. I picked it up, I put it on, and I just went, I wanted to go, oh, you know, just like that kind of feeling where I was like, this is it. I wanted to just, and I didn't. I looked at it and I thought, it's okay. It's a nice item. Maybe looks a little on the cheap side in the fabric. And it's still £895. So I just had this little kind of moment because I built it up. And they didn't have the pink leather as a point of comparison. And I just thought, okay, this isn't for me. Maybe it's just not the bag for me. And I turned to Steph and I said, what do you think? And she said, okay. You know, it wasn't, again, it wasn't like, that's incredible, you have to buy it. It's so you're clearly in love with it, you gotta go for it. Like, she could see I didn't love it. And so I put it down. And I picked up the second bag, which was a navy blue Celine luggage tote, which I think was in one of the larger sizes. Now I have to say that bag did not feel nor look cheap. That looked lovely, and that was significantly less expensive. That was $595, $695, $595, $595. It looked significantly more expensive. It was lovely, but I wouldn't wear it. I wouldn't wear it. Navy blue, not a colour that I tend to wear very often, and I was there thinking, this is nice. However, what circumstance would I pick this bag up that I wouldn't pick my Mulberry Bayswaters up for? And that was where then the practicality piece came in, the rational head of thinking, this is still a lot of money. It's still £600. That's a lot of money for something I neither need nor really wanted, and I'm not blown away by, and won't really use because I have other bags that, to be honest, aesthetically I prefer, that I already own, that I already paid for. So I tried that one on a bit. I was debating it a little bit more. I'd really put the Celine Phantom to one side. I asked again, you don't have the pink. I was really clinging to this pink one, thinking that could be the saving grace here. But they didn't, so I put them both back and said, thank you so much. They're not for me. And the thing with it is that I had built this up in my head. I had really thought about these bags, and I'd really gone, if I have that pull. And because I didn't feel that with either of them, it might have just been that they weren't the right versions, but I've always said, if I saw a Celine Phantom in a bright colour, I'm buying it. There in front of me was a Celine Phantom in a bright colour, and I wasn't overly drawn to it. It also wasn't that practical. For the size of it, it wasn't that practical. Like this had more interior capacity. Now, of course, part of me loves the drama of the winged aesthetic. I've said that. But then I think, if it's not that practical, and that's what I'm going for, could I get that from something else? So as an example, let's take this. Yes, it's a very different type of bag. I've got it cinched at the moment. Unpopper it. It's massive, and it's winged, and it's dramatic, and it's... So there's a part of me that thinks, don't I already have bags that have that drama? Probably. What is it about that piece that I'm so drawn to? I think it was a slight fantasy piece. I think it was because of the price point. I mean, when it launched, it was in the high thousands, like well, not high thousands, but like 2,900, 3 grand, like significant sums of money. So I think I just had this fantasy about it, and I hadn't been close enough to one in recent years to knock back that fantasy that I had about this bag and that fleeting memory I had of it. And therefore I've built it up over time. I've thought about it a lot, and I've not seen one in the flesh. So when I did see it, it disappointed me. It doesn't mean that the bags were bad. I'm not saying they were bad. They just disappointed me because of, I had them up on this pedestal that they just didn't live up to. And there are items that I would prefer. So I have now seen a couple of pink Mulberry Bayswaters. One I'm incredibly tempted to buy. And that bag, I know I love, I know I would use, and I probably prefer. Having seen these, I probably prefer that. So I just think I'm going to put it to one side. And I do think if I really want that dramatic effect, there is a bag from NickJSnellYT. The model style escapes me. Many of you who watch Steph, Handbagaholic, will know that she loves her NickJSnellYT Vancouver bags. So there's a NickJSnellYT style that has that winged aesthetic to it that is much more reasonably priced, $395, I want to say it is. And it's, you know, that's a fraction of the price of even a pre-loved Celine. Now, I know Celine is a beautiful brand, a very sophisticated brand, but if the pieces aren't capturing your heart, that doesn't matter so much. It's the aesthetic for me first over the brand. And therefore, I think I could get that look for less. And I actually think I have bags in my collection that do the same thing. They're already paid for. So why would I be spending hundreds, if not thousands, of pounds for something I've already got, wouldn't love? So I'm putting it to one side. Now, if I happen to walk into a store, if I happen to see one online again, and I, say designer exchange, luxury promise, and I'm in the area, then yes, will I potentially go and look at it again? I might. If it was, I don't know, lime green leather or something. I'm putting fabric phantoms to one side, and I love a fabric bag, but I'm putting fabric phantoms to one side. If I saw one in like lime green, turquoise, hot pink, and it was in a location that was easy for me to get to, I'd go and look at it again. I would. However, am I going in eyes wide open that it might not be for me? Yes, because I've slightly ditched the fantasy of the bag. And it's a shame because that has always been one of my dream bags. I think it's one that I probably thought I'd never be in a position to be even able to think about owning. I was the same with Mulberry Bayswater's. A lot of people have those as starter bags. They're beautiful, they're sophisticated, they're stunning. The fact that I own two is a little bit of a like pinch me moment because I never knew that I'd be able to do that. I never thought I'd be able to do that. And that means a lot to me. So I probably overly built it in my head and therefore it disappointed me. And had I have not built it up so much, would I have maybe walked away feeling differently about it? I might have done, but that's not where I'm at. I'm feeling the way I'm feeling about it. It's not a bag for me, I don't think. Certainly not in the versions that I've seen of late. Maybe I should have bought that one that I saw on Cudoni in the white python. Really sad, they're closing by the way, that's really sad. But maybe I should have bought that one as a project bag and just tried it because the price point. Maybe. But again, that might have just been me throwing money away, which I can't be doing, okay? I need to account for every penny, so I can't be doing that. That's silly, that's foolishness. So that's not going to be happening. Plus, I think because I bought these two in a very quick, succession, I love them both. And actually, they both tick a similar box. They're both big bags, they're both dramatic. But they're practical. They're very me. Both of these, actually, the comments that you've all been giving have been, these are you in a bag. And I love that. I do think I found bags that really speak to my personality. And I love that. And I think I might have found my perfect tone. Because for someone who says that they don't like tones, I'm loving this. I also realised I own quite a few totes. So I probably need to stop saying that I'm not a tote person, because it's clearly a lie. Anyhow, that's my little story. It slightly disappointed me. Who knows? Do you have a bag on your list that you built up, and when it came time to be able to buy it, to be able to swipe the card, it let you down? I'd love to know. I'd love to know what it is. I think there are probably a couple of others on my list that might be similar. And like I said, maybe it's one of those things, like they say, never meet your idols. They very rarely live up to your expectation. Maybe it's the same. Maybe you're never meant to buy your dream pair of shoes. Maybe you're never meant to drive your dream car. Maybe you're never meant to own your dream handbag. I don't know. Will they always live up to your expectation? I don't know. Let me know what your thoughts are on it. Thank you so much as always for watching, and I look forward to seeing you in my next video. Take care, everyone. Bye.